Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope you had a great day overall, man. I'm back at y'all with some more boxing talk. We're going to be speaking about Devin Haney and Rolly Romero possibly being in jeopardy and what that could mean for both fighters in the future. We're going to be speaking about Keith Thurman versus Sebastian Fundora. We're going to be doing a little breakdown for the subscribers, for the nation, for the mob to come through and speak on. Then we're going to get into some open boxing topics. But before we get into that, if y'all could please hit the like button on the way in, that'd be very much appreciated. We on the road to 4K. We well into the 3,400 mark, looking to crack that 3,500 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. I'm already seeing a bunch of comments in the building thus far. Shout out to the boy Big Soldier MX. He said, false. I heard some news about Devin Rolly, and I know when it's getting announced. Okay, sounds good, brother. I mean, that could probably just be Rolly Romero just talking shit on social media. Who knows? We're going to speak about it regardless, though. Josue Hernandez, what up, brother? What's going on? What's going on? My day was all right, man. I had a day off, but I still had to go into work and take care of some shit. Took a long nap, bro. I was just tired, bro. Got my son, went to the gym, did what we needed to do, came back home, bathed him, fed him, put him to bed. Now I'm on here talking to y'all. You feel what I'm saying? Marissa Alvarez, what up? What's going on? He said, yo, what's up with live? Forgot to go live? No, I did not, brother. I did not. I just had to take care of some things before I went live. Chris Maldonado, my high school brother, what up? Hey, yo, Dizzy, what up, brother? What's going on? What's going on? I see we got a few people in here. That's what's up, man. Y'all go ahead, hit the likes, man. Y'all go ahead, hit the likes. You know what I mean? We're gonna get it on and popping ASAP. You feel what I'm saying? How we feeling? How we feeling? What's on the people's mind? It said, Bounce Back 22 said the Schofield said Lucas Body postponed their fight. I mean, karma's a bitch, man. I mean, as many fights as y'all postpone, yeah, y'all can't be mad when somebody do that to y'all. How that sound? You know what I mean? Josue said, me and my cousin going to the Benavidez Zordo fight, gonna be my first boxing event. Hyped as fuck. Well deserved, brother. Well deserved. I fuck with it, man. You're gonna have a great time. And for real, a lot of the people that usually go to their first boxing event want to keep going to boxing events because it is a dope, unique experience, man. Ain't nothing like seeing a good fight in person, in my opinion. So I hope you enjoy it, brother. It looks like it's gonna be an action-packed card. And hopefully that'll entice you to continue to support the sport of boxing. That's what we all about over here. Said probably gonna be watching Zayas and Boots from home now. Man, get your money straight and go over to that Boots and Zayas fight if it happens. Slime, what up? What do I think of Dennis Thompson? We had the pleasure of sparring Dennis Thompson this in the lead up to Jaron Ennis's fight with Luis Lima. So this was like a little bit before October, maybe like September or October. I had Derek Moore spar Dennis Thompson. It was phenomenal work. Phenomenal work. Dennis Thompson is very talented, real humble, quiet, laid back individual. He doesn't really say too much, man, but he's very, very talented. Has a lot of potential, and with Boots and them, helping him out with his career. 'Cause I think he signed with Boots. He's gonna do some good stuff, man. He's gonna do some good stuff. So, salute to Dennis Thompson. I think they call him the Quiet Storm. You know what I mean? For those of y'all who don't know, that was Boots' older brother's nickname, Farah. So it's dope that they passed that name along to him, and that fits him. That fits him quite well, the Quiet Storm, because I mean he don't say too much, but he definitely bring the fight. So Dennis Thompson is a phenomenal talent. He's learning a whole lot over there, and he's getting better and better. From when I seen him as an amateur to him transitioning to a professional. So salute to Dennis Thompson. Boxer sparring, what up? If the Devin fight happens or doesn't, it's whatever. Not a fan of dude. Well, if you a fan of the sport of boxing, you should be for the fight regardless because it's a unification fight. You know, that's what we should be for as boxing fans. Don't we want to see one champion in the division? I don't think it's much. I don't think it's really about being a fan of Dev. I think it's more of a fan of being a fan of the sport of boxing. You know what I mean? You got two champions in one division. Why not fight each other? I'm with it. You feel what I'm saying? He said Sean Terrence said the Schofields are a joke. Shy Rider West Sider, what up? He said salute Mazuma. That boy was over there knocked out, huh? Not me. You know what I mean? But I don't know if y'all ever like sat in the dark and shit. Like when you come back into the light, your eyes be like trying to adjust and shit like that. That's where I'm at right now. But yeah, my son be fighting to sleep, man. Like someday, I mean, for the most part, he goes to sleep on time. But like other times, like he you know, he want to be on his little tablet and all. So I'll be having to take the tablet from him. He'd be upset. You know what I mean? It is what it is. That's kid shit for you. Salon, what up? I already said what's up to Salon. Somebody by the name of T. Mitch, Lexington. I think the KY is supposed to be Kentucky. What up? He said, I hear you, bro. Just don't get excited to watch, dude. Who your favorite fighters in? Boxer? Let me know. Let me know who your favorite fighters is. Josue came through and said, and Devin Rolly doesn't happen. I believe Devin goes straight into the Ryan fight in July, probably. I mean, that's a possibility for sure. But I think what's going to be a huge dilemma with them is going to be the VADA testing, bro. Like something just tells me that Ryan's going to use that angle as a way to not fight Dev. Something just tells me that they both going to fight somebody else before they face each other. I think that if they were to fight, it'll probably be more towards like the fall of 2026 or maybe late 2026. I don't know when, but I don't know. I think both of these guys are going to fight a little bit before the summer, and they're going to take some time off and then see each other late 2026. Regardless, we should see that fight happening in 2026. West Philly Tour, what up? I ain't see you in a minute, brother. I hope everything's well with you and yours. Big Soldier MX said, boxer sparring like ducks. Damn, for real? That's crazy. But let's go ahead and get into these topics, man. I'll address all the comments, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. I hope y'all hitting the likes. You know what I mean? Let me see where the likes at. We got 6 likes. We need to get them likes up, man. Let's go ahead and get them likes up. Nathaniel, what up? We're going to speak about Devin Haney and Rolly Romero possibly being in jeopardy. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen for the people to see. Like I said, this could very much be Rolly Romero trolling. You feel what I mean? I don't know exactly what he's saying. I don't know if he's trying to rush the process or he's trying to put pressure on the Haneys to sign the contract or whatever the case is. But this is Rolly Romero's tweet. This is Rolly Romero's tweet. And he says, Devin and his daddy are full of shit. You know what I mean? I don't know why he said that. That could be for a lot of maybe he saw something that they said online that he felt like was fraudulent or wasn't true. But y'all know I have a direct line to Rolly Romero. So when I saw this tweet, I reached out to Rolly. You know what I'm saying? He reached out to Rolly, and I reached out to Rolly personally. I'm like, yo, what's this about? Like, what this mean? And he kept it simple. He said they don't want to fight. This is what he said to me today at 8:25 p.m. So I don't know exactly what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know if there's like a stall in negotiations, or maybe Rolly just capping because Rolly do like to go on the internet and troll sometimes. So I don't know exactly what the situation is, but Big Soldier MX says that that he has some news. If you want to drop the news, you're more than welcome to, brother. You know, nobody's stopping you from that. And you feel what I mean? You seem to be very confident in your source, so you could go ahead and tell the people. You can go ahead and tell the people, brother. Why not? Shit, if we get the information here first, that'd be huge. So let me know what it is. But that's what Rolly Romero said. He said the Haneys don't want to fight. I said that sounds kind of. He said, "Fuck you doing, bro? What you mean? Did I do something wrong?" I'm confused why he said that. I'm looking at my screen. I was like, did I post something crazy? Oh, he said Buddy T's and shit. Yeah, he said Big Soldier MX said, I heard it's getting announced Saturday. You're okay. Well, that's good. I mean, look, Saturday will be a good time to announce it because you got Keith Thurman fighting Sebastian Fundora. You know what I mean? That is a PBC event, and Rolly Romero happens to be a PBC fighter. So if they go ahead and they announce that, you know, during that card, that'll be good. That'll be dope. You know what I'm saying? I really hope that that's true. That's another great fight for the sport of boxing. Another credible opponent that Haney and Rolly will be facing. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like they both got some solid names on their resumes. You know, regardless of how the way the fights went, Rolly done seen Gervonta Davis. He was gonna see Albert Puello before the failed drug test, but then he went on to face Ismael Barroso, which was a tough fight and had a controversial ending. Then he went and he fought Isaac Cruz. He seen Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Like Rolly Romero definitely been rolling the dice and taking on quality opponents. And although he's had ups and downs, you got to respect him for taking those chances. And, you know, Devin Haney's done the same. You know what I'm saying? With, you know, a common opponent in Ryan Garcia. That ended controversially, of course. We don't count that. You know what I mean? We don't give drug cheesesteak props. But, you know, we give Devin Haney the credit for taking the challenge and fighting Ryan Garcia, who he had a long history with. You know, Lomachenko, Jorge Linares. You know, he's been in there with some quality names, guys who've won world titles, and regardless of whether you felt like they were at their peak or not, you know what I mean, they're somebody who actually left a mark on the sport. You know, Brian Norman in his latest fight. You know, Regis Prograis. You know, like the list goes on. Like Devin Haney's been fighting quality opposition. This is another quality fight. And it sounds out of character to me. You know, every time that I ever heard Devin Haney be interested in a fight and they got into negotiations, I've literally seen him do whatever he can to try to make the fight happen. So when I seen Rolly put this out, this isn't me calling him a liar because I don't have any evidence to suggest that Rolly Romero is a liar. But one thing I will say is that it did sound kind of funny. And then with Rolly Romero being kind of vague with the details, he was like, "Oh, they don't want to fight." I'm like, "Bro, how the fuck? Like how?" And then he didn't even answer after the fact. So I don't know. Something just sounded a little funny about that. So for real, just really thinking about it, it may be very well a situation that Rolly Romero's trolling. You know what I mean? Or, you know, trying to put pressure on the Haneys to go ahead and, you know, finish up the details on the contract or whatever the case is. Yeah, yo, Big Soldier, you might be right. This might just be promotion. You know what I'm saying? But just for the sake of content and just something that we need to speak about, because I'm gonna keep it real. These last few days that we've been going live and talking boxing for real, it's been real dry. You know what I mean? Like the most optimistic thing, or at least the most intriguing thing that we've been speaking about lately is Boots and Zayas. But we don't really have too much details on the Boots and Zayas shit right now. So we have to wait as more information comes out. All that we know as of right now is that they're in advanced talks. I don't know. I would love to know, like, if you had to put a percentage on it from 0 to 100%, where are the talks at? Are we at 60%? Are we at 40%? Are we at 80%? I would love to know how advanced these talks are, but you know, I guess we'll get more details as we go along. You feel what I'm saying? It just sounds like everybody's optimistic on the Boots and the Zayas side. So, you know, that's been the only thing that's really been interesting lately. Besides that, it's like Keith Thurman and Fundora, which we're gonna transition to soon. Uh Let me see. Josue in the building says, "You think Rolly and Haney gonna be a part of the ultimate plan for the zone?" I don't understand what you mean by that, brother. What do you mean the ultimate plan for the zone? Can you elaborate, brother? In the meantime, I'm gonna take a little bathroom break. I drink a whole lot of water, so give me 1 second. I'll be right back with y'all, man. In the meantime, Josue, leave that answer for me. All right, y'all. We back. We back. We back. All right, y'all. We back. Let me see what the people saying. Let me see. Let me see. Shit, there's a whole lot of comments. Hold on. I gotta see what Josue talking about. The shit where you get to see all the pay-per-views and it's only 45 a month. Oh, okay. That's you talking about in terms of like subscriptions and generating, getting more clients. And I mean, not clients, what would you say? Subscribers and things of that sort. Possibly, but Rolly Romero is with PBC. They have a distribution deal with Amazon. I don't even know how that would go. I guess what would probably fit that narrative a little more. It'll probably fit the Zayas and Boots fight more than that, because at least they're both with the zone and stuff like that. But considering that one person isn't involved with the zone, aka Rolly Romero, I don't know if that fight exactly is what they're going to be using to push that. But it is what it is. I'm not too sure. I guess we'll see in due time. My boy Slime in the building said, I want to ask y'all, how do y'all feel about Rolly's chances in beating Dev, and what do he have to do in order to beat Devin? Rolly's gonna have to be extremely aggressive in the fight. You know what I mean? Yeah, Slime took over the channel for a minute. Yeah, he definitely did. That's what he do. Shout out to my brother. But I think Rolly's gonna have to be extremely aggressive. I think he needs to go back into his old ways. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna have to get into that bag where it's like take one to give one, whatever the case is. Like he's gonna have to really do it, because to be honest with you, man, I just can't see Rolly Romero trying to play chess with Dev. That'll just be a shutout, in my opinion. I think Rolly needs to be more of who he was that made Floyd Mayweather sign him to Mayweather Promotions. I think he needs to, punch with bad intentions, push Devin Haney back. You know what I mean? What I would really implement more in this fight is him cutting off the ring. You know what I mean? Punch where Devin Haney's going instead of where he is. Going to that body, punching in combinations. Devin Haney's Rolly Romero's going to have to push his conditioning to a level that has never been in. He's going to have to be very aggressive. He's going to have to say, fuck the boxing shit, man. His main objective should be to get in as many 50-50 exchanges with Dev as possible. As long as he's in those situations, he has the potential to hurt Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Might be able to knock him out. But I do think the moment that he tries to, try to play counter puncher with Dev, or, try to go jab for jab with Dev, I think that's when shit is going to really go south for him. You know what I'm saying? But Rolly Romero, I ain't going to lie to you, like, I think that's easier said than done. Because to be real, I think Devin Haney, I think Rolly Romero, has been very timid with power punchers since being stopped by Gervonta Davis. That's what I think. I don't think he really believes in his ability to take a shot in comparison to what he used to prior to him being knocked out for the first time. So that's just my opinion. Not saying that Devin Haney's like this big knockout artist. He's not. But I do think he has enough pop to really get somebody like Rolly Romero's respect. And like I say, man, when you had them 8-ounce gloves on, bro, everybody could punch. Meaning that it just needs to take a good shot with those small little gloves to really get somebody's attention. You know what I'm saying? So this fight could really be a situation where Dev might hurt Rolly. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the additional weight that Rolly has put on since being stopped by Eastside Cruz may help his punch resistance a little bit. But, Devin Haney's not a small dude. And I'm willing to bet. I've never held pads or sparred Dev or anything like that. But one thing I can say is that I'm sure that Dev is not a small dude. If he were to turn his punch over and place it in the right location, he could do some damage. I don't think he's like a Paulie Malignaggi type puncher or anything like that. I think he got some respectable pop. You know what I mean? He got good technique behind his punches. So it's hard for me to believe that with the technique that he has, that he isn't generating any power. You feel what I'm saying? So we'll see exactly what happens with that first of all, we need to see if the fight is going to be made or not. You know, Big Soldier MX, he running up and down this chat saying how the fight's going to be announced Saturday. That's what his people telling him. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. This dude Slime is a troll. I don't know why y'all be paying Slime any mind. This is a turkey card. Turkey wants to see this. What are we referring to? Are we referring to Devin and Rolly? I mean, if I believe it, because it seems like Devin Haney likes to do business with Turkey because Turkey pays him what he feels like he's worth, I guess. So I wouldn't be surprised if Turkey was financing this show. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Yo, Slime, what up?
Yo, what's the word, brother?
Chilling, bro. What's up with you?
Nothing. I just wanted to talk about Rolly versus Dev real quick. I genuinely don't see a way that Rolly could genuinely beat him. That's why I was asking the nation like what they think he like what Rolly could do. But because I genuinely can't think of anything. I think, and Chris even said that Devin Haney might stop him.
Ooh.
And if he stops him, bro, his stock is gonna go stupid. It's gonna be his first stoppage in what?
Since like
2 years. Yeah, and that was how many years ago? Like 2019, 2020?
Around there, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's a long time.
But that's the thing, though. If Dev knocks out Rolly, that's gonna make Rolly look horrible because all Rolly has been saying all these years is that Dev can't punch.
Oh yeah,
that Dev's like a pillow puncher. All this, if I knock Devin out, he's gonna sue me, and all this bullshit. So if it comes out that Dev knocked Rolly out, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm his biological father. He has terrible genetics." It's all this crazy shit he was talking. If it comes to reality that he knocked Rolly out, bro, them memes are gonna be endless, bro. Endless, bro. He not gonna hear the end of that shit. So he better not go out with no knockout loss, bro.
And Devin has a nice check left hook.
He do. He got some good hooks in general, and Rolly always seems to run into them left hooks. So we gonna see, man. Rolly definitely got some holes in his game, and like I said, I feel like since he's been knocked out by Tank, he don't believe in his ability to take a punch how he used to. That's just how I feel.
I feel like if Devin knocks out Rolly, Ryan's gonna be hesitant to fight him.
You think so?
Yeah, Ryan's a bitch, bro.
I mean, we know that, but this is my thing. I think Ryan Garcia is gonna be timid to make the fight, not because of that. I think that he's gonna be hesitant to face Dev because of what Dev is gonna be demanding in the lead up to that fight. I don't think it's a coincidence, bro, that Ryan signed up for 365 VADA testing and he looked the way that he did against Rolly, right? Then he stops the 365 testing. He took VADA testing for Mario Barrios, but he didn't do 365. It's a difference, right? So right. I'm gonna keep it real. When you're not doing 365 and you're only doing VADA in the lead up to your fight, there is room to cycle.
Right.
That's what a lot of people don't take into consideration. And that fight, remember when it took forever for that fight to get finalized between Ryan and Barrios?
Yeah.
He's like, bro, what the fuck? Y'all like, they announced the fight with like 5 weeks left. And I'm like, bro, what the hell? Like, y'all didn't get this fight no time to, marinate. Nothing. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So there may have been a pot that, and I don't know. This is alleged, of course. It's me just speculating. I don't have definitive proof, so don't come on here trying to send niggas lawyer letters for defamation. We not doing none of that. What I'm saying is there is, because he has a previous history of using performance enhancement drugs, there's a possibility that during that downtime, Ryan may have been fucking with something. And by the time that they signed for the fight and got VADA involved, that shit may have very well been out of his system by then.
Right.
It's a system to cycling these PEDs up out your system. So is Ryan Garcia, who looked like shit the last time he did 365 VADA testing, Like we see him look like shit. Is he gonna commit to that same program again in the lead up to the Devin fight? I don't know. And Dev got that was a real traumatizing situation for Dev. How the way he got done by Ryan. You know what I mean? The missing weight, the PED usage, all that shit. He ain't gonna let Ryan Garcia get anything off on him this time.
Absolutely not.
Whatever.
I know if that nigga fucking if that nigga misses weight by even a pound, that fight's not being made.
Yeah, hell no. Or they gonna make
Devin
him cut that shit. They gonna make him cut that shit. It's either
by
they
all
gonna make him cut
means.
that shit and drain, or that fight not happening.
Mm-hmm.
He not gonna let him get away with shit. You better trust and believe that. So I don't know, man. I think Ryan Garcia gonna get in his own way with this one. I think because he knows what it is, bro. He was scattering, trying to blame somebody for the reason why he tested positive and all that shit. But we all know what it is, bro. You got caught up. You thought you cycled that shit out your system when you was using them IVs. As soon as you drained all that water from your system, the fucking Ostarine showed. It is what it is. You got
And then
caught up. And even though you was flushing that shit out your system, you was still 60 times over the fucking limit.
and even the way he was acting, the lead ups, everything.
Yeah,
Everything.
everything just showed that something was going on with Ryan. So he
Nigga was
got
like, I'm strong.
God
I'm
involved.
strong.
Yeah. He cursing. He talking about praise Jesus, and then he telling motherfuckers that suck his dick and all this weird shit, bro. Like something really was wrong with that nigga the whole lead up, bro.
Nigga was drinking a beer. Yo, he chugged a whole beer right at the weigh-in.
His dad said that was apple cider, but
Either way, what are you drinking shit at the weigh-in?
yeah, I don't know.
And that shit was not no fucking apple cider, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't be knowing what to believe because him and his dad both some fucking liars. So I don't know, bro. But I think the only thing that'll stop that fight from happening is
I know
Ryan
for a
Garcia.
fact his dad's a cuck. I know for a fact.
I love how Bill Haney told him he had a toupee on and he never denied that shit.
Yo,
So
Bill Haney could talk his ass off. I could say that, bro. He could.
your mic went out, Slime. Can't hear you, so you might have to leave and come back. Yep. Young T in the building. He said the fact that he clearly struggled to make weight and pop for Austrian that helps you cut weight isn't a coincidence. Yeah, but what I heard is so. This is what I heard, Young T, and I think this was. I had looked up the benefits of Austrian, and it says that it adds muscle on to you. If you're adding muscle on, you're gonna have trouble making weight. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know exactly how Austrian helps you cut weight, but then at the same time puts muscle on you. Because if you put muscle on, you would gain weight. So it's interesting. But either way, bro, I think everything points to Ryan Garcia being on PEDs. We ain't gonna keep talking about that. Obviously, that's about to be 2 years old already. So it is what it is. But I think the only thing that stops Haney and Ryan rematching is Ryan not wanting to follow through at that 365 test. And I think Dev isn't going to settle for anything less than that because he doesn't want to get cheated again. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see what the future holds, man. We just going to focus on the present. So we're going to go ahead and transition on to the Thurman Fundora breakdown. I put together a nice little graphic for y'all. Shout out to the 33 people that's in the building. And we're going to go over a few different, I guess you would say, attributes in the lead up to Keith Thurman versus Sebastian Fundora. We're going to see who is best in what department. You know what I'm saying? Tricks in the building. So I still have Ryan being Haney in the rematch. I think Gary Russell Jr. also has Ryan. I mean, you entitled to your opinion, brother, but I'll be damned if I ever root for a drug cheat. So that's definitely what we not going to do. Definitely rooting with Haney all the way with that one. Why would they do it on pay-per-view? Are you referring to Thurman and Fundora? What you referring to? I ain't gonna lie, man. I seen them. Hold on, let me pull them odds out. I seen them odds for Thurman Fundora. Let me find this shit real quick. Slime, are you coming back or you not? All right. Let me find them odds for Thurman Fundora real quick. Let's see. So Thurman is going to be the underdog going into this fight. Sebastian's going to be nearly a 4-1 favorite. And Thurman getting the knockout plus 600. Plus 600. I ain't going to lie. I might put some money on that, man. So you mean to tell me that if I put $20 in this motherfucker, I have the possibility to win 120? If I put 30, I'm capable of winning 180. If I put 50, I'm willing to get 300. Come on, man. I think everybody will be a fool not to bet on that knockout with the odds that good. Those some good odds. And I don't know why the odds so high on Thurman not getting the knockout. This nigga Fundora could get knocked out, bro. He could get knocked out. Is Fundora the favorite? Yeah, I totally understand that. I understand why he's the favorite. But let's not act like his chin can't get tapped. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah. Upset. Young T said upset of the year if Thurman wins. My boy Big Play Bray in the building. He said, "What odds are you on so I could place a bet?" That was FanDuel. That's the only app that I use to gamble. If I ever do, I rarely gamble, but if I do, I usually do FanDuel. He's been knocked down and knocked out before. That's what I'm saying. And Keith Thurman got some pop, so I wouldn't be surprised if he hit Fundora with some sneaky shit and hurt him, knock him out, whatever the case is. Like Fundora, he don't got the most reliable chin. Trick said, I feel like both of them had the ability to stop one another. They do. They do. But if they get on the inside, you mean to tell me that Keith can't hurt Fundora? Come on, man. Andre Berto, and I know he's from Florida. He's a good friend of Keith Thurman's, but he said that he betting on the knockout. Danny, somebody who faced Keith Thurman in the past, said that he picking Thurman for the upset. I don't know, man. There's some quality. Those are some experienced motherfuckers telling you that Keith got a chance. How old Thurman now? He got to be like 37. How old is Keith? Let me see. Got to be like 37. Yeah, he 37. He about to be 38 this year. But yeah, Thurman, he if he could do it. I don't know if he will, but bro, if you telling me 6-1 odds for the knockout, I'm going for it. I wouldn't mind, bro. So you telling me if I put $20 up, I could come back with 120? Shit, 30, 180, 40, 40, 240, 5,300? Shit. Mardo Taraji says, you heard Tim Bradley say that Fundora got eye issues because he's always squinting from across the ring. He can't see without his glasses, bro. That's a fact. That yeah, like Fundora has spoken about that publicly a few times. He has horrible vision. He can't see without his glasses. He's one of those type dudes. Now, I don't know if he wears contacts. I don't know, whatever the case is. But I think he'd be a fucking fool not to have contacts in a fight. It's just weird. I heard what's that shit called, man? What's that shit where they do the laser on your eyes? What's that visor? No. Invisalign is for the teeth. What's that shit called where they do the laser shit on your eyes and apparently that's supposed to help your vision? Anybody know what that shit's called? I think it starts with a V or something. I'm surprised Fundora didn't look into that or at least tried that. I heard it doesn't work on everybody though. LASIK. Yep, J Cash. You got it. So it didn't start with a V. LASIK. I'm surprised Fundora with the type of money he got, he ain't do no fucking LASIK. Fuck, you need your vision, bro, especially in a boxing ring. He probably just see a fucking silhouette of a man in there. He just be like, fuck it. That's crazy. But I heard Gabriella's the same way, so I guess that's just their genetics. They don't have the best vision. Some people will be scared for that. I mean, shit, nigga, you already blind. Does Boots wear contacts in the ring? I don't know. I don't think his vision that bad though. I only be seeing Boots with glasses sometimes. I think he pick and choose when to wear them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he really has a vision problem like Fundora does. But anyways, man, let's get into this segment. You feel what I'm saying? Let me see where the likes is at. Where's the likes at? Don't tell me we don't. Okay, we got 19 likes. Shout out to everybody that's showing love. Y'all can get the likes up to 30. That'd be very much appreciated. We got 34 people in the building. Let me go ahead and drop this graphic for y'all. You already see it in the thumbnail. Let me see how I can share this. We're gonna go down each category. My boy Slime not even in the building. He just disappeared. That phone call must have been good, boy. That phone call must have been good. Yeah. How the fuck can I bring this up? Where is this shit? How the fuck you delete this shit? All right. Just trying to figure this shit out, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right. My boy Slime in the building. Yo. What's going on?
What's the word? Nah, I just got a call from my stepdad. My fucking dumbass dog fucking ran away. But he's gonna call them people to go over, you know what I'm saying? If they find him, we're gonna give him a call.
Sheesh.
That fucking dumbass dog got me tight right now. But you know what I mean?
That dog fuck around, run right back over.
No, he will. He'll come back. But it's like, damn, bro, you ain't never done some shit like that. But when he hungry or something, he'll come back.
Crazy.
That shit's fucking retarded. That nigga, I'm gonna beat his ass.
Wait, is the dog that you be posting all the time?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That fat bitch.
Let me share the screen. Yeah, we gonna share it. Fuck it. Share the entire screen. Yes, sir. So I'm not gonna see the comments. Wait, what y'all see? All right, cool. So y'all see this, right? Cool. Y'all only see the flyer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Let me see how I look on YouTube. We'll make sure everything correct. We'll make sure everything. All right, yeah, y'all see it. So here are the different departments here. So we got ring IQ. Hold on, bro. The fuck? Why is it echoing? That's you?
Is it?
Oh no.
Hold on. Let me leave and come back real quick.
All right. So these are the departments right here. Well, categories, I'm gonna say. We got ring IQ, we got power, we got accuracy, we got speed, we got defense, we got footwork, we got versatility, we have durability, which is, your ability to take a shot, chin, whatever it is. Hold on. Let's go ahead. Let's kick this one out. Let's bring Slime back in.
Yo.
Is
it still echoey?
Yeah, I can hear myself in the background.
Oh, damn. So I'm going to just be in the chat then.
All right.
My fault, bro.
You good. So, we're going to get into the first category. And we're going to be going straight into ring IQ. Now, I'm going to keep it real. This section right here, I don't really feel like is much of a debate to me. Me personally, I do feel like Keith Thurman is the more intelligent fighter between himself and Fundora. You know what I mean? Ring IQ, for those of y'all who don't know, that pretty much means like your ring intelligence. How savvy are you in the ring? You feel me? So, Sebastian Fundora, I wouldn't say is a complete idiot. I do feel like he is getting better as the year, as his fights go on. But I do think Keith Thurman is an intelligent boxer. So we seen that in the Danny Garcia fight. We see that in the Sean Porter fight. He is very much intelligent. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give ring IQ to Keith. Wait, what the fuck? How this happened? Hold on. So we're going to go ahead and put a check mark right next to Keith Thurman name. Now, we're going to transition on to the power department. Now, I'm going to hear what y'all say because I see a bunch of y'all wrote Thurman, so that's why I just went ahead and put the check mark. Now, when we're talking about power, I think both of these guys have solid power. But I do think they have different types of power. Sebastian Fundora, he doesn't come across as somebody who has one-punch knockout power. He doesn't. He's more volume-based to me. He's somebody who systematically, I guess, he punches until you're no longer able to take what he's dishing out. Keith Thurman, on the other hand, I do think that he has one-punch knockout power as well. Hasn't been able to show it since, fighting these elite-level guys. But one thing I can say is that I do think that Keith Thurman is the bigger puncher. I do, but then again, I see Anonymous. He said Thurman ain't proven at 154. That is true. The one fight he did have at 54, he did get a knockout, but to be honest, that was Brock Jarvis. That was somebody who came from much smaller weight classes on his way to 154. So I don't know, man. Like, I don't really see so y'all think, let me see. Let me see what the people talking about. So Teach says Fundora. Power is weird. Red Rum says power is weird because Fundora power comes from accumulation of punches. That's true. Synonymous feels like Fundora is the bigger puncher. Marissa, I don't have those color options, Marissa. Power is who hurts people. I seen Keith Thurman hurt a lot of people, but it happened to be at 147. Like, I seen him wobble Sean Porter. I seen him wobble Danny Garcia early in the fight. But he wasn't able to get those finishes. Sebastian Fundora, like, I'm willing to bet that if both of those guys were to hit somebody clean, Keith Thurman will probably get more of a hurt opponent than Fundora would. But I do think it's tough, though. He was dropping Lubin like it was mandatory. But he was, I don't know how many times he punched Lubin in his shit till he swelled up the way he did. So y'all saying Fundora? A lot of y'all saying Fundora. I might have to just put a let me go ahead and put a poll up. Wait, I can't do that shit without leaving this joint. A lot of y'all got. Let me see. Y'all saying Fundora? Okay, so we just gonna go with Fundora then. What the fuck? Why does it keep doing this bullshit? Let's go ahead, do this. We're gonna get a power to Sebastian Fundora. All right. So let's move on. Accuracy. What y'all thinking about? What y'all thinking about with the accuracy? I think Keith. You saying should make the checks green? Do I have it? I just heard Marissa say the same shit. I don't think I have that ability. It doesn't give me the option to do that. Wait, do I? No, see, it won't allow me. Shit, I don't even know how to erase that now. Let's get this shit the fuck out the way. All right. I'm gonna go with Thurman for accuracy. I ain't gonna lie. Red Rum said I will give accuracy to Fundora because that height difference is gonna be a challenge for Keith. No, we're not talking about who's gonna be accurate in the lead up to their fight. Like historically, who has shown better accuracy between the two? Who's the more precise puncher? I had somebody send it. Did somebody send a super chat? Hold on. Shout out to Forever Runway Fashion Line with the $5 super chat. He said, "What's it say about Haney when Ryan takes steroids from him, but no other opponent he fought?" I mean, that would go to show that Ryan thought highly of Devin Haney, and that he didn't want to be in a position where he lost to Haney, so he did whatever he could to have an advantage. So shout out to Fashion Runway Fashion Forever Runway Fashion Line for the super chat. Appreciate you, brother. But if it's a pocket fight, Fundora wins accuracy. You got third. So what you saying? He can't punch on the inside? Did you not see the Shawn Porter fight? What the hell? Bro, if they go on the inside, Thurman gonna hit him with some shit. Yeah. Anonymous said, I don't even think that's a debate. Not too long ago, Fundora was known for smothering his punches and sloppy exchanges similar to Brandon Figueroa. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm all in with the Keith Thurman pick for accuracy, so that's what I'm going to go with. We're going to go with Keith Thurman for the accuracy. So it's 2-1 so far. Keith Thurman's leading the charge. Speed. Come on, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, Fundora be looking lethargic in that motherfucker sometimes. You know what I mean? Punches be slow. Keith Thurman's the faster guy with the hands and the feet, to be honest with you. So I don't think we're gonna need much of a discussion there. Speed. We're gonna go ahead and get at the Keith too. Defense. Definitely ain't Fundora. Definitely ain't Fundora. Fundora's a fucking. He's a heavy bag. Are my check marks showing? Yeah, they are. Yeah, I don't think this is much of a discussion, y'all. Like, unless Fundora could show us different in the fight. Footwork. Come on, y'all. Not shit. I'm gonna just bet on Thurman. Fundora trash. Keep going sleep him. That would be crazy. But come on, y'all. Footwork. Like, do we really have to talk about that? Like, we're not about to sit here and you know. Yeah, we're not doing this. Keith Thurman clearly has better footwork than Fundora. We know this. Show me where Fundora showed us superb footwork in any fight he's been in, from his pro debut all the way till now. Best footwork that nigga showed was when he got up off the canvas. Shit. He said, "Big stupid tall clue." Wait, what? What? All right. I ain't gonna lie. Versatility. I feel like versatility and adaptability is. I think they go hand in hand. Let me see. Let me look that up real quick. Yeah, they literally go hand in hand. So we're gonna disregard adaptability. We're gonna disregard versatility. Let's go ahead and scratch that out. Because it's literally the same shit. All right. So we're gonna avoid that one. So now, shout out to the 39 people that's in the building. Y'all go ahead and hit the likes, y'all. Let's get at least 30 likes. Let's try to get 30 likes, man. Let's get the algorithm on the up so the people know that Mazuma TV is live. We're gonna transition on to. Hold on, y'all. Let me get that chat right. All right. Durability. Chin. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I only seen one nigga get knocked out between these two. I seen Thurman get dropped. I seen him get hurt. I've seen him get dropped. I've seen him get hurt to the head. I've seen him get hurt to the body. Fundora, I've seen him get dropped. I've seen him been knocked out. But I ain't gonna lie, when it comes to durability, I seen Fundora walk through some fire, y'all. That Lubin fight, bro, he walked through some fire to get past that shit. But then I seen Keith Thurman take a brutal body shot from Luis Collazo, survive, not only survive, but then stop Collazo. I seen him get hurt to the body against Barrios. He made it out. I seen him get hurt to the body against Porter. I seen him get hurt to the body against motherfucking no, that was it. I was gonna say Barrios. I already said that. Thurman don't get hit as much as Fundora. Fundora he'll get hit, but that will find a way to pull that shit off, bro. Like I seen Tim Tszyu hit Fundora with some shit. Broken nose. They said, I don't know if it was true, but Sansa was talking about his jaw was fucked up, whatever the case is. And the motherfucker just keep fighting. To me, like Keith been hurt, Fundora been hurt, but whose durability has been tested the most is Fundora's. Yeah, Pacquiao hurt Thurman. Yeah, Pacquiao hurt Thurman to the body too. He literally grabbed his mouthpiece out his glove. This nigga literally grabbed his mouthpiece with his glove to breathe. He did that with Barrios and Pacquiao. So I don't know, man. I feel like I feel like Fundora has shown to be more durable than Keith because he's been through more. Now, they do say the best chins are the ones that don't get touched. I agree with that 1,000%. But this is tough. I ain't gonna lie. This is tough. But to me, I feel like Fundora has been through more wars than Keith. Keith is the type dude that, motherfuckers putting pressure. He called himself a yin yang fighter. So when motherfuckers is being aggressive, he's boxing. When somebody's boxing, he's being aggressive. So he doesn't really get into the wars all like that. A lot of y'all rocking with Thurman though. Anonymous say Thurman. Slime says Thurman. Teach says, but Fundora has that reach that helps his defense. Teach, have you ever watched Fundora fight before? You trying to label Fundora as this motherfucker who fights tall. I only seen that nigga fight one fight with Tim Tszyu where he was keeping the range, and even then he was getting hit. A lot of y'all going with Thurman. Let me know. We rocking with Thurman when it comes to durability and chin? Teach acting like he never seen Fundora fight before. That's crazy to me. I know he's 6'6" or whatever the case is, but bro, when he ever fought like he was 6'6"? Okay. I guess we going with Thurman. Thurman's smoking Fundora on this chart so far, man. But for real, I can see that going either way. Josue feels like Thurman got better durability. Okay. Gas tank. Gas tank. This might be Fundora's, y'all. What y'all think? He has more volume base. That does take a bit more gas stylistically to deal with. Keith Thurman has a good gas tank too because he does move a lot, and that takes a certain amount of energy as well. But I do think that Fundora does waste a lot more energy when he's in the ring. And he always seemed to have a solid gas tank. So I'm leaning towards Sebastian Fundora. What y'all thinking? Red Rum says 50-50 on the gas, in my opinion. Josue says Fundora. Teach says Fundora. Anonymous Fundora. Marissa Fundora. Young T said, motherfuckers just tired of Fundora tall ass. He should be at 168. I heard he walk around close to 54, though. That's what I heard. That could be cat. But they say that Fundora doesn't blow up in weight. And how the way his body look, I don't think that's a lie. I'm going to keep it real. He looked like he puts no weight on whatsoever. I never seen Fundora outside of camp where he looked fat or anything like that. He always looked the same. He never looked like he struggles to make weight, nothing. But I don't know. Height-wise, he's definitely he has a crazy advantage, but this ain't height classes, this is weight classes, so he can't help how tall he is. Yeah, that motherfucker Fundora, I'll say he got fast metabolism. Yeah, as soon as Sebastian eat, he got shit. His sister's small for her height also. Yeah, she bony as a motherfucker too. She like 5'9", which is tall for a woman, for the average woman. And they talk about she could make 108. I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you want to go to 108? But it's probably because of how easy they make the weight. They probably don't put no weight on. Some people just built like that. Young T said, this nigga the Wemby of boxing. He up there for sure. But anyways, it looked like a lot of y'all going with Fundora. Yeah, it looks like it's all Fundora. So we're going to go with Fundora when it comes to gas tank. So at least Fundora got 2. God damn, he's getting smoked by Thurman. Physical tools. I don't really understand that. What do you mean by physical tools? Because I ain't gonna lie, I had ChatGPT put this together. So I don't know what it means by physical tools. Like, do you mean like punch it? Like, well, let me ask this shit. Let me ask this dumbass shit. In boxing, physical tools means the natural physical advantages a fighter is born with are developed physically, not skill, but what their body gives them. Height, reach, frame size, strength, athleticism, speed, length, leverage. That's Fundora, yo. Keith Thurman, 5'8" on a good day. Reach ain't all like that. He got good power. You know what I mean? Definitely got good power. But physical tools, that's Fundora all day. I'm not even debating with anybody about this. Keith Thurman got a receded hairline and shit like that. As far as I'm concerned, his physical tools are trash. Yeah, I don't know what ChatGPT was thinking. I said put together a graphic for me and put together like categories for Fundora and Thurman. So physical tools, Sebastian Fundora. Next, pressure / inside. Of course, meaning inside fighting. Pressure. I've seen both of these guys put pressure before, but the difference is one of these guys, bread and butter, is pressure. And it ain't Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman can pressure fighters, but like I said, he's more versatile. There's other things that he actually prefers to box more than put pressure. Fundora, all he could do is put pressure because he doesn't really have a strong ability to box. Inside fighting, that's what Fundora was known for. He was the tall motherfucker that liked to fight on the inside. Keith could fight on the inside, but it wasn't his end all be all. Keith Thurman really prefers to catch you at the end of a punch or run you into a punch. But he does know how to fight on the inside. We've seen that with Sean Porter. So, but all in all, this is Fundora to me. This is Fundora to me. So I think we're gonna go with Fundora. So Fundora catching a little. He got 3 in a row right here. So far it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. There's 6 for Thurman, and we got 4 for Fundora. So it's 6-4, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4 left. So maybe Fundora will come back. We'll see. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go into the next. Whew. Sorry, y'all. We're gonna go into the next category, and that is timing. So timing, I think when people think of timing, they're just talking about like offense. I think there's a defensive timing as well. You feel what I'm saying? But we're gonna go with overall timing, defense and offense. I'm going with Keith on this one. I think Keith has better timing offensively than Fundora, and I do think he has better timing defensively than Fundora. So I'm all in with Keith on the timing. Let me see what everybody else is saying. Thurman, Keith. Thurman, Keith. All right. That's all I needed to know. Timing, Keith Thurman back on the board. Adaptability. This motherfucker, Sebastian Fundora, would be a horrible chameleon if he was one because the nigga only got one color, man. He can't adapt to save his life. That nigga Fundora pull up with a toolbox with one tool in that motherfucker. If that shit don't work, he can't get the job done. Keith Thurman has a variety of tools. He get the job done multiple ways. Pause. Fundora. That nigga pull up to the job site with a wrench. If the job doesn't require a wrench, then damn it, Fundora can't do it. So adaptability, we going with Keith Thurman all the way. See definitely more variety in his toolbox than Fundora. Adaptability, that's Keith Thurman all day. So now we coming down to composure. Composure. What is composure? Your ability to stay calm even in situations that may not benefit you. Nick J says he adapted pretty well with the broken nose. That's the first time he saw the jab utilized. Nick J, I understand what you're saying, but I don't think adaptability is the word for that. I think that's more like resiliency. So it wasn't like Fundora switched the game plan up because he got his nose broken. What happened was his nose got broke, but he had the will, he had the determination to get past that to continue being in the fight. So I don't know if that was necessarily adaptability. I think it was really like resiliency, like I'm going to get through this. Because if you're adapting, that means like you're changing something. Like Fundora didn't change anything. You know, he just persevered. It was really like perseverance. But I definitely get what you're saying. That, you know, I see why you took that angle for sure. But adaptability, Keith Thurman all day. Like we see, like for example, we seen this nigga Keith get folded to the body against Luis Collazo. Did he sit there in front of Luis Collazo and continue to let him beat him to the body? Nah. We see that motherfucker get on his bicycle, move until the round ended, using that minute to recover, and then got right back to doing what he needed to do in order to win the fight. To me, that shows adaptability because it's like, okay, I'm taking approach A. Damn, I ran into something while I was using approach A. Let me get on approach B so I could bounce back from this situation. That's adaptability to me. There's more approaches. There's more wrinkles in his game. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, Fundora just got one way. That shit don't work. He ashed out. Keith, you can't say the same for Keith. If Keith is being the aggressor and they ain't working, he could box. If he's boxing and that's not working, he could be the aggressor. There's more versatility on Keith Thurman's behalf. You said check the group chat. Let me see. It said Mark made it to Twitter. Oh, shit, I did. I made it to Twitter, y'all. I'm famous, nigga. Hold on. 5 rounds. They only sparred one time, but that was great in comparison to what other people was giving him. And guess what they was giving him? Nothing. Niggas wasn't even showing up to the gym. They didn't want to spar Boots. I was the only nigga that showed up. Ask anybody that was there. Nobody showed up for Boots. Boots sitting there on the phone trying to get niggas to pop up. Like he willing to pay niggas to come to Philly to come work. They still wasn't coming up. He like paid work. Like, yo, like come through. Boom, boom. Nothing. I think he got some help after that, but when he was calling request to work, I'm the only one that answered the phone. That's a fact. So, I mean, glad I was able to help. Yeah, bro, it is that bad. Niggas don't want to work with Boots. I'm just super happy that he decided to work with my fighter because he could have drawn on my fighter if he wanted to. But, I mean, he know like Boots is known for like beating the shit out of niggas in the gym. It's like niggas don't want to deal with that. All I know is Eddie been Yo, me, Slime, and J Cash made it on Twitter, cuz. Yo, they be listening, bro. I think Pound for Pound posted. Yeah, Pound for Pound posted it. That's a true story. That's a true story. I made it to Twitter, y'all. I'm famous, nigga. Hold on, y'all. A little brief intermission. Hold on. All right, we back, y'all. My fault. Yeah, definitely shout out Pound for Pound for shouting me out. You know, a lot of motherfuckers be trying act like your boy don't exist and shit. Niggas be taking talking points. Niggas be taking yeah, it really just be talking points. Niggas don't be trying to get nobody credit. You know what I mean? I be searching my name on Twitter. I be seeing some disrespectful shit about your boy. God damn. So it's good to at least get some credit sometimes. You feel what I mean? And he mentioned my name too. So yeah, it is what it is. Shout out Pound for Pound for giving the channel some exposure. He should have put Mazuma TV though, not Mark Mazuma, because if you type Mark Mazuma on the search bar, I don't think you're gonna see Mazuma TV. But it is what it is. I'll take whatever he given. It's free. So, anyways, let's transition back to our video. Yeah. Yo, for Reed, that's a fact. You talking real shit. Yo, Reed, we in New York. Guys. We gonna be in New York drunk. Yo, we got I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna get there early, bro. I'm gonna be in New York politicking for sure. I'm gonna get there early before the fights. I'm gonna be there all day type shit. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we definitely outside. Yeah. Ain't no doubt. Boots and Zayas, man, make that shit happen, bro. Swear to God. Gotta make that happen. That shit don't happen, I'm gonna be pissed. Yeah, Young T. Yeah, I got faith. Yeah. They said Zaya's pushing that shit. If Zaya's pushing it, then it's gonna happen. Cause it ain't like Boots gonna stop it. Do I think Boots and Zaya sells out MSG? Maybe. We gotta see. Because we know the black fans gonna come out. Like, we know that. Is the Puerto Ricans gonna come out? They're a majority of a big part of New York population is Puerto Ricans, or at least a good portion of Puerto Ricans are in New York. Is motherfuckers from Puerto Rico gonna fly out? Most likely. I know them Philly Ricans gonna be there. I know my black brothers from Philly gonna be there. I know my black brothers from New York gonna be there. Delaware, them niggas gonna be coming out. Jersey coming out. Come on, man. And that's why you gotta stack the undercard too, man. Like you gotta get other motherfuckers, bro. Like this need to be like a Matchroom top rank type card. You feel what I mean? Like you should be looking to get Bruce Carrington on that card. He from Brooklyn. He should be on that card. Like it should be a few niggas on there. You know what I mean? Put local motherfuckers on there. Put Zaquin Moses on there. Zaquin should be on that card. Why? Because he's literally from Newark, New Jersey. How far is Newark from New York? I heard that shit like a half hour. So why not have him on the card? Zaquin Moses is also a Matchroom fighter. But anyways, let's finish off this list and then we can get into the open topics. Composure. Who we got for composure, man? Who we got for composure? Bam really West Coast, but it's like he fought in Philly, so why not put him on New York card? Who, Jersey definitely over the bridge. That's a fact. We put Keith for composure. I feel like both of these guys show great composure, though. I ain't gonna lie. But like they situations, I never seen neither one of these niggas fold. Well, I seen Fundora fold when he got knocked out by Mendoza. He didn't want to get up. I think his composure was put to the test there. I think he failed. So that might be the deal breaker for me. I might have to go with Keith on that one. T said when Puello and Matias fought, I was wondering where the Dominicans were. Then I realized those guys watch and play more baseball. That's a fact. But I'm gonna also say, a lot of Dominicans didn't even know who Puello was. You know what I mean? When you know who Dominicans are starting to get behind though, pause. Carlos Adames, because I seen a lot of Dominican niggas that don't even watch boxing. See Carlos Adames dropping ammo, and they was putting all these, oh, we got one. I'm like, bro, Adames has been around. So I seen that Dominicans fuck with Edwin De Los Santos. Yo, DR got a solid little roster, dog. I ain't even gonna lie. You got Puello, you got Edwin, you got Rayo Polanco, you got Rohan Polanco, you got motherfucking Carlos Adames. That's a solid four right there. And I'm sure you got the Cedeno brothers. Those Cedeno motherfuckers could fight. I mean, you can put Elvis Rodriguez. I don't think much of him, but you could put him there. I'll say he's solid. Tito Mercado is not Dominican, so I don't know who told you that, brother. He's not Dominican. He's from Nicaragua. I think he's from Nicaragua, but I think he's half Mexican too. So definitely not Dominican. Tito Mercado don't even look like a Dominican. Dominicans are usually darker. Yeah. But yeah, niggas don't know that tricks. Benavidez technically is Dominican. His mother's Dominican. But he don't claim that shit. Jan Santana. And the boy ate the motherfucker. Nah. Never mind. I was gonna say Javier Rivera. Ain't that nigga? He Cuban though, right? I think he Cuban. Yeah, who said who said that who said Tito Mercado Regan? He not. I think he's Nicaraguan. I don't think he's from yeah. Yeah. Yeah, DR got a nice little situation. They do. They got some good fighters, man. They came out of nowhere, to be honest. I started seeing, like, where these motherfuckers come? Because I swear, like 10 years ago, you wasn't even talking about no Dominican fight. So, yeah, that's interesting. But composure, we gonna go with Keith. But I do think that both of these guys have showed great composure, though. I ain't gonna lie. Keith Thurman, you know what Keith Thurman's composure really showed for me when in the Manny Pacquiao fight. He got dropped by Manny Pacquiao, hurt to the body for Manny Pacquiao, but he kept pushing. Nothing changed. His attitude stayed the same. His whole objective was trying to win. And even though he didn't, he made the fight close. And I didn't see the man give up. I ain't see him get frustrated. Keith Thurman's composure in the Manny Pacquiao fight showed me a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Now activity. Come on, yo. This motherfucker Keith Thurman fought 2 times in like 7 years. Or 6 years or some shit like that. I was looking at his box rec earlier. I think he fought like in 2019. Fought 2 times. So I think he fought like in 2019. Then he fought in 2023. Then he fought in 2025. Come on, dog. So this wasn't the most difficult list to make at all, bro. Like, but let's see how it breaks down. So Keith Thurman got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And Fundora has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. So Keith Thurman, he walked away with this shit kind of easily. So 9, what? 9. I said 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 to 5. Like a shift out here in this motherfucker. Keith Thurman wins the who's better category, but we already knew that. I don't think it was much of a debate on who was the better fighter. I think Keith Thurman is the better fighter, but there is some intangibles in here that could easily make this a Fundora fight to win. Like I said, Keith Thurman's inactivity is a problem. His age is a problem, and him being injury prone is a problem as well. So those are things you definitely got to take into consideration. But you know, the last one that's coming off of an injury wasn't Keith Thurman. It was actually Sebastian Fundora. So that's something you got to take into consideration as well. But there's a lot of things that's going against Keith Thurman, which is why he's, you know, the underdog going into this fight. I will be betting on him to get the knockout. Not that I'm genuinely confident that he will. But yo, Reed, I don't know if you're still in the building, brother. 6-1. Plus 600 that Keith Thurman gets the knockout. Plus 600 that Keith gets the knockout. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. We going for that. Mark West Indian, go fuck yourself. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed that segment right there. I'm looking forward to doing that more often. Let me go ahead and stop sharing the screen. And we back. Shout out to the 36 people that's in the building. What's going on? What's going on? If Keith Thurman does, I think it's going to be late. Well, he got stopped in the mid rounds by Brian Mendoza. I think he got stopped in like 7. So Fundora could get stopped in the middle rounds. He could get stopped in the later rounds. Shit. I hope he don't go into this John thinking that Keith can't punch, because that'd be a huge mistake. Josue said, who you got between Puello and Smith? That's a great fight. I think that's a 50-50, to be honest with you. I think Puello has what it takes to pull it off. I did doubt Dalton Smith in the past. But he showed me something that I didn't know he had, which was dog. You know what I mean? Durability, resiliency. And he's definitely going to need that for somebody like Albert Puello. But Albert Puello is he's one of the best counter punchers in the sport of boxing today. I think Puello is going to have some issues. I think Dalton's going to have some issues with that because, you know, Puello the type dude that when you're trying to get a combination off, he's shooting shots in between yours, and you're most vulnerable when you're on the offense. So he could definitely get the better of the exchanges with Dalton. So I see Dalton trying to take away Puello's counterpunching ability by keeping Puello's feet moving. You know what I mean? Keeping him off balance. As long as he's able to do that, then he might have some success. I see Dalton getting into his boxing bag for this one, and I see Puello actually being the aggressor. Because I think it'll be foolish to stand in front of, like you stood in front of Matias, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't see you doing that with somebody like Albert Puello. Albert Puello has great conditioning. He showed that in the Matias fight. He got a whole lot of dog. He ain't got the biggest punch, but he punches in combinations, and his punches are sharp. He's pretty accurate with his punches as well. So I think Puello could definitely pull this off. I think it's going to come down to what Dalton Smith's strategy is, because we know what Puello going to do. You know what I mean? Is Dalton going to sit in the pocket with Puello and try to prove something to him like he did with Matias, or is he going to get on his bicycle and try to outbox Puello for however many rounds it is? Regardless, I see this being a 50-50 fight. Very good fight for the sport. And, one lost to Matias in a close, controversial fight that could have went either way. And then one knocked Subriel Matias out for the first time in his career. So it's going to be a good one, man. But it's going down to Sheffield. So Puello has to be mindful of that, for one. And, he's going to have to win these rounds convincingly. You make this fight slightly competitive, and they're going to get a nod. They're going to get a nod to Dalton. So this is Puello's opportunity to really get his world title back. Who wins? Farmer versus Colbert. Potential match argument in the comment section. Yo, to be real with you, I don't even give a fuck, bro. Cause it's like, I'm gonna answer it, obviously. But I really don't like Chris Colbert, man. Oh, hold up, y'all. I'm gonna answer that first. But I got something to get off my chest. And this is gonna be a little bit out of left field because I ain't speak to nobody about this. My hair look crazy. Hold up. Let me get my hair right. Haircut this weekend for sure. But Tevin Farmer versus Chris Colbert. Tevin Farmer is the better boxer than Chris Colbert, in my opinion. They're gonna end up playing chess. I feel like Tevin Farmer is more elusive, better defensively than Chris Colbert. I think he's more emotionally stable than Chris Colbert, aka composure. I think Tevin Farmer is the overall. I think overall he's the better fighter. You know what I'm saying? And from what I heard, I don't know. Look, I don't know. This is what I heard from motherfuckers that know Chris Colbert. I heard that he just trying to rumble because he need a couple dollars right now. That's what I heard. Does that mean that he won't be training hard? No, but that's just what I heard. So y'all could take that for what y'all want. But I heard that niggas on phones trying to get a couple dollars right now. That's just me. I heard he not, I heard his money a little funny right now, so he trying to get a little check. That's what I heard. But I'm gonna pick Tevin. I think Tevin's I think he's the better fighter. I think he's the more emotionally stable fighter, which does play a part. I can see Chris Colbert getting frustrated and Tevin Farmer just having his way. But I don't know if I should speak about this on YouTube, man. I'm going to say this. I ain't going to say. Trying to think how the way to word this shit. They said, this nigga Slime said he owed money on that chicken spot. Yeah, ain't nobody eating that greasy ass chicken. Yeah, nobody want that nasty ass chicken. You know what I mean? That motherfucker, ever since Ryo knocked his ass out, they've been putting melatonin in that chicken. Niggas been falling asleep while they driving and shit. Niggas gotta wait till it's bedtime to eat the chicken. That primetime chicken, shit so good, make you go to sleep. Booty in the air. Booty in the air. Tevin might stop Colbert. I don't think he gonna stop him. I think he outboxing though. You know what I mean? But Tevin went out bad in his last fight too. So it's like, I don't know, man. I just think Tevin a better fighter overall than Chris Colbert. I never thought Chris Colbert, even when Chris Colbert was undefeated and all that, I never thought much of him. I thought he was, solid, but I never thought like he was the truth or he was next up. Like I ain't never think that. Shit. But I'm trying to see how to work. What I'm gonna say is, first of all, Sean Porter is a piece of shit. And y'all probably like, where the fuck this came from? Sean Porter, yo, as a matter of fact, yo, pound for pound, if you in the building, bro, put this shit on your page too. Sean Porter, you a piece of shit, bro. You one of them motherfuckers, bro. You one of them motherfuckers that act like you do shit for people's best interests. when in reality, you're doing shit just to have people do a favor for you. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, niggas who, you ever had a nigga do a favor for you? Y'all ever had a, I want to air this nigga out so bad. Pause. Let me call my pop real quick. Let me call my pop real quick.
Hello?
Yo, pop, what you doing?
Man.
Chilling? Yo, pop, I low-key want, remember that shit you was telling me with Sean Porter and all that shit? I shouldn't talk about that on YouTube, right? But I could allude to it, right?
Yeah, you just can't say no name.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say no names. All right, pop, thank you. Yeah, but you on the live right now. Tell me how you feel about Sean Porter.
Say that again?
I said I'm on the live right now. Tell me what you think about Sean Porter.
How do I feel about him?
Based off of how the way he moved in that situation, yeah.
And, you know, I just think it's far away.
Huh?
You're far away.
Can't hear me?
Said
Oh, you breaking up, Pop. Huh?
I said I'm alive, man.
You on live?
You said I'm alive. I'm on your live.
Yeah.
I mean, certain things we can't really talk about, you know?
All right, yeah. We gonna keep it cool then. We gonna keep it cool.
It's just whatever. At the end of the day, man, you know, if you don't want to be a part of something, just say no. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't put a price in it. You know, talk about how you know people support the community, support the children. Just say you can't do it. I don't think you put a price tag on it. So I don't respect it. Again, the conversation wasn't with me. If it would have been with me, it would have been a little different.
Thanks.
But
Fuck him. All right, Pop. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I love you, Pop. Woo-wee. You lucky, boy. Woo-wee. Yo, Sean, you a lucky motherfucker, but that nice personality, that little personality you be coming with and all that, bro, that shit all a facade, my nigga. You a piece of shit, nigga. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Nigga, you act like this shit hard for me to do, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta see how I word this. Stop being a fake motherfucker, bro. Stop acting like you rock with niggas. And because you did favors for niggas in the past, that, you know what I mean, you could, you know what I mean, you gonna flex on them type shit. Y'all ever been in that situation? I think everybody done been here where a nigga did a solid favor for you, right? And you thinking, this nigga slime crazy. I ain't say none of that. Does this pertain to a business move? No. No, not at all. But I'm gonna say this, right? Cause I know people that know Sean Porter personally. Good people. Real respected people in the boxing game, like legends. Legends. Y'all ever had somebody do y'all a solid favor, right? And you think that they did the favor for you because they really fuck with you, right? Like, oh shit, bro, he looked out for me. That's crazy. Like, that's what's up, like type shit. And then they find a way later on to use that against you to try to make you feel bad. Like they weaponize that favor they did for you to like gaslight you or whatever the case is. It could go multiple ways. Oh man, but I did this for you. Bro, I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? Only pieces of shit throw shit in your face when y'all have a falling out, whatever the case is. And Sean ain't necessarily have a falling out with this person, but it's like the way you moved in this situation made it clear that you made it clear that you didn't really do what you did out of the generosity of your heart or because you fucked with that person. That's all I'm gonna say. Some niggas be moving like that, bro. Like they'll only do you a favor so they can have some type of leverage against you. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all keeping up with me for real. But I always knew Sean was a fake motherfucker. You know when I knew Sean was a salty motherfucker, right? That his whole image was like fake. When he was salty as shit after Errol Spence beat him. He had lost to Kell Brook, he kept it cool. He lost to Keith Thurman, he kept it cool. When he lost to Errol Spence, this nigga like showing us his custom mouthpiece and telling motherfuckers that he had all these different celebrities in the building. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking about a rematch and all this shit. Like, bro, you had to fight close, but that Earl dropped you. It's not even like that, Slime, because that would kind of be valid. Like if you help the nigga move and then you need help moving and they be like, no, then it's like, all right, like, damn, nigga, I looked out for you. You can't help me. It's not that type situation. It's like, yo, bro, I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna give you this because you know what I mean. You good people. I fuck with you. I love you. Whatever the case is, right? And then that person comes to you and be like, yo, man, I got something going on. I would love for you to be a part of it. Right? Like this is a big thing that we doing for the community. Blah, blah. This is what I'm gonna say. Something tragic happened in that person's life. They needed help. You helped them, right? You know what I mean? You get through that situation, y'all maintain a relationship and all that. So he gives you this. Boom. So now that same person that Sean helped out a while back is reaching out to him because he would like for him to be a part of something that involves the community. Sean, in response, at first he says, yes. Then he doubles back. Then that bitch ass nigga doubles back and he asks for the same thing that he gave that person as if it was like you owe me. So you didn't really do it out of the generosity of your heart. You did that shit because in case you needed something, like you did it with the intentions of that nigga owing you in the future for that. That shit ain't real, bro. That shit ain't real. That means that your heart wasn't in the right place when you made that move. If I see my nigga got some, let's say hypothetically speaking, if I see somebody going through some tough times, right? Like they got kids, they going through it, whatever the case is. If I'm in that position, let's say I give a nigga $1,000 to get back on his feet, catch up with his rent, whatever the case is, right? That's a small amount, but let's say $2,000. I give a nigga $2,000. You know what I mean? He behind on his rent a little bit. I help him get back on his rent. He pay a little credit card bills, whatever the case is. I help him get back on his feet. You know what I mean? He get through the shit. He highly appreciative. We maintain a relationship from there, right? So I'm putting it I'm putting it in a way where I'm looking out for you because I love you. You my brother. Boom, boom, boom. I want to see you do well. Then you come back like, yo, man, I got like this, like, I got this little community event, man. We giving back to the kids, haircuts, book bags. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be a part of this shit. Like, yeah, man, I'll be a part of it. Okay, cool. Then I come back and I'll be like, yeah, man, I'll be a part of it, but, you know, let me get $2,000. Nigga, I ain't making no money off this shit. This is just a community event. This is for the people. I'm trying to do some, because I looked at you as somebody who did shit out of the kindness of your heart. So I learned from that. I'm looking to do some shit that displays the kindness from my heart. And you over here trying to monetize off of it. You feel what I'm saying? You inspired me to continue doing good shit for the people, but you showed truly what your intentions was. Because now you're trying to monetize off of something that's for the betterment of the people. Y'all see what I'm saying? So that's the type time that he on. So somebody had asked, Trix asked, do you have a motivational message for Sean Porter? Eat a dick. You're a fucking weirdo. That's why God ain't ever blessed you with the ability to be a star in the sport of boxing, and all you ever was an opponent for them elite level guys. Not only that, you ugly as shit. Your braids never grow. Your teeth big than a motherfucker. They barely fit in your little ass mouth. Your hair shaped weird. Your suits always ugly as shit. Your knots be thick as fuck on your tuxedos and they be mad tight. And your hairline always fucked up even when you got braids. So you know what I'm saying? You're a weirdo, cuz. And when Earl Spence told you that you couldn't even sell out your own family dinner, that shit was true. That shit was true, nigga. And you was salty as shit after that Earl Spence fight, trying to cope with the fact that nigga whooped your ass. And ever since then, like he's a weirdo, bro. He's a weirdo. Sean Porter definitely ain't no Hall of Famer. I mean, in today's day and age, you know what I mean? If they need somebody to be in the Hall of Fame, that's the thing about these Hall of Fames. They do this shit yearly, right? They do Hall of Fames yearly. So they be needing people to just add to the Hall of Fame. I don't think Hall of Fame should do that anymore. The type time that I'm on, I'm like, bro, if there's nobody worthy of being in the Hall of Fame this year, then we'll just postpone it until somebody credible is supposed to be in the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here. They said, damn, you got real smoke for him. I mean, I never liked Sean Porter in the first place. I didn't like him as a fighter, but you know how the way he acted now, like, bro, you had like these niggas is fucking dirtbags, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, you act like you helping people because you really fuck with them. Whole time you doing that just so you could make yourself feel good. Motherfuckers owe you the man. Niggas owe you. And then you displayed you made the situation look like you did it from the kindness of your heart. You see your homie doing an event out of the kindness of his heart, probably because he was inspired by you. And you know what I mean? You looking for a way to monetize off of it. He didn't take his money. He didn't take money from you to monetize off you. He did that to attend to some unfortunate shit that happened in his life that unfortunately a lot of people go through. You saw that. You saw that he was down bad. You helped him. Whole time, you ain't really do it because you fucked with him. You did it because you was going to use that as a way to have a nigga owe you something. Fucking piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. There's a lot of people like that, though, man. I know your dad would look at you funny for how the way you do that shit, nigga. I know Kenny was. I know. I'm gonna go tell Kenny what you doing, nigga. I'm gonna tell your daddy on you, nigga. He gonna take your suits away from you. He probably gonna you know what I mean? He probably gonna take some money out that joint account y'all have allegedly. He gonna take all them ties from your suits, nigga. He gonna take all your bright suits away. That's not how I raised you, Sean. He gonna take all his fucking He gonna take all his suits. That nigga Sean gonna be out here with just and one shorts. Oh shit. Trick said Mikey should be in the Hall of Fame, not Sean Porter. That's a fact. That's a Hall of Famer right there. One division champion. Oh, fucking all you did, nigga, I don't even think you beat Danny for real, for real. I went back and watched that fight to see if I was tripping a few months back. Nigga, you ain't beat Danny. You ain't beat your Dennis Ugas, nigga. You know what I mean? You ain't beat your Dennis Ugas. He knocked you down for real, for real. Who the best win you got? Adrian Broner? Everybody beat Adrian Broner. You just beat a nigga that everybody else beat. Shit. Yeah, fuck Sean Porter. He a weirdo. So that's all I wanted to say about that. Well, far as Gump said, that's all I have to say about that. And your podcast suck, nigga. All these pro niggas podcasts popping off except yours, nigga. Your shit suck. That white boy Sean Sattel be saving you, nigga. Talk about Boots overrated. Then you came to Philly and Boots beat your ass in that ring. Had you looking dumb as shit, running you into uppercuts and all types of shit. Then you sitting on interviews, Boots, he's too much. Boots, he's too much. Oh, ass nigga. I ain't gonna call a nigga overrated, but he fuck you up with strong. Niggas call my phone telling me about that shit. You over here trying to box trolls on Twitter and shit. Who that nigga that be trolling on Twitter? I forgot his name. Name like Ray or some shit. You over here trying to box Ray. What you trying to box Ray for, nigga? That's a citizen that got an opinion on boxing, nigga. Why you retired? After Bud stopped you, nigga. Because you ain't want your daddy telling you what to do no more? Drake Bell definitely be carrying his podcast, though. I ain't gonna lie, that white boy Sean Sattel, he be saving a lot of niggas channels and shit with all them different collaborations he be doing. He's solid though. I would like to collab with Sean Sattel. I ain't gonna lie. I collab with Sean Sattel. I guarantee you that I'm gonna show y'all niggas his levels with this boxing talk shit. Guarantee you. Do I fuck with True School Sports? Yeah, I do. I don't be agreeing with him a lot. But I think I spoke to him before. I think he was in the comments before. See, a lot of these niggas, they be acting like they don't know who I am because I'm a small channel. Niggas pass me up every day. It is what it is. Right? Because I ain't dicky and nobody or collabing with no niggas to try to get a name. That's just not what I'm doing. I'm gonna do shit how the fuck. What Allen Iverson said, I'm gonna do shit how I want it. I'm gonna look myself in the mirror and say I did it my way. You feel me? So that's just what it is. But yeah, I fuck with True School Sports. But I'm like I said, I don't really be watching niggas. I just be worried about what I be doing. You feel me? My pop said Sean Porter like he's still catalytic converters in the hood. Yeah, but he don't use that little hand saw. That he chew them bitches off. Well, Sway said thoughts on showbiz. I don't like what he stand for. I think he a coon. I think he a sellout. You know what I mean? Like I think he ate dick to get where he at today, and I don't respect men who move like that. So I think he a hoe. That's just me though. Shout out to niggas like Sean Sattel, who ain't sell out to the system. You know what I mean? He kept shit real. He stand up to these motherfuckers. He asked the real questions. I mean, shout out to niggas like Champ Side. You know what I mean? Do their own thing. You know what I mean? He don't eat dick to get a fan base. Like he don't do that type shit. You know what I mean? There's a few solid niggas out here. Showbiz ain't one of them. Like he the type nigga that he'll literally get told what to say, what to do for a check. He like one of them. Or he'll see like an opportunity to get a certain fan base over to his channel. So he'll strategically follow certain narratives to get them on his side. Like he one of them type niggas. I can never be that. I'll be a small channel forever before I ever be one of them type niggas. Who else? Josue said you and Punch Drunk will be a good ass collab. Is that true, y'all? Is that true? Do I rock with Brian Custer? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I actually miss him being in the boxing game. I ain't gonna lie, man. I think he's a great character. I'm not gonna say character. I think he's a great personality to have in the sport of boxing. And I would love to collab with Brian Custer. I think that'll be phenomenal. I think Brian Custer doesn't provide his opinions enough. You know what I mean? All I ever hear him is asking questions. I want to know what he thinks. I would like to see that side of Brian Custer. Hell yeah. I would love to work with Brian Custer. I respect him. You know what I mean? He always keep that shit cool. Like he give me like Brian Custer give me like Obama vibes, like one of them old heads that just got swag to him. He's smooth. You know what I mean? Cool. Brian Custer one of them. I fuck with him. Mark versus Sergio Mora. Would I collab with Sergio Mora? Yeah. Yeah, I would. I would interview Sergio Mora. I would. Like, I don't really see any. I don't really got no real issues with Sergio Mora. Like, of course, he says shit I've disagreed with in the past, but I ain't never really see him like OD. Like, I ain't never see him say no crazy shit or do no crazy shit. Not that I recollect. Nostalgia said, no way Showbiz acts like that in real life. Do the character for real. He's so cringe too. Like you could tell like his laughs be like forced. Like Brian Norman Sear. He like like you can tell like them niggas really be struggling to laugh, but they do that shit like I don't know, bro. Like I be feeling like a lot of these niggas' personality be forced, bro. Like I remember he let somebody hit him with a body shot, and it was like the way, like you could tell the boy ain't even really hitting for real. And like the way he like reacted was like so extra, bro. Like he's a clown, bro. He like hard to watch. I ain't gonna lie. I can't fuck with the boy Showbiz. He a weirdo. But what he do works, man. Look, he got what? He got one of the biggest boxing channels on the net, man. Like he getting opportunities. You peep how these niggas be eating dick and then they automatically get like commentary rules and all that shit. Like we seen a nigga tap dance on his platform with a fucking well-known racist, and all of a sudden, nigga did a whole humiliation ritual doing that motherfucking interview, laughing, singing with the nigga, forgiving him for being a fucking racist that clearly stated he don't like his people, and then all of a sudden this nigga commentating with his hat off, with his fucked up ass hairline. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like as soon as these niggas bow down and respect it, they get opportunities. That's what I be noticing. What about Chris Mannix? Chris Mannix, I don't listen to him often, but the times that I have heard him, he be standing on business. Yeah. That shit fake sells for some reason. Cause a lot of niggas be entertained by that type shit, bro. Like that shit make me cringe. I don't know what it is. Like, I guess for casual boxing fans, they find that shit to be entertaining them. Bro, I've literally had niggas come on my channel and try to regurgitate takes that he's put in like his little dumbass TikToks and shit. And I'm like, bro, that shit's not true. Like that shit get like with real niggas who really understand what's going on in the sport of boxing, a lot of the shit, like they'll never get that past us. But that shit sells. Max Kellerman, I miss the old Max Kellerman, bro. Andre Ward interview and takes would be fun. Bro, do you know how hard it is to get in touch with Andre Ward? Bro, I've been trying everything in my power to get an interview with Andre Ward. I cannot do it. We already spoke about that. I'm not interviewing Tank. Not that I have the opportunity anyway, but if I had one, I still decline it. Out of Pal said he likes showbiz. That's your opinion, brother. Young T said Bread Man needed shot at commentator. I'm sure he could have been got one by now. He probably just don't want to. He know them PBC people real well. This nigga Out of Pal said that he likes showbiz, but he don't like Andre Ward. Yeah, we different people, brother. So you like showbiz, you don't like Andre Ward. Not judging you, brother, but it's like, okay. Okay, Al. Hey, man. I don't know. I just know that I ain't gonna lie. I might have to bring a few niggas with me to New York. I ain't gonna lie. I think I'm gonna bring a few people with me to New York. Outside of the people I'm gonna be meeting over there. How about Abdullah Mason? Would love to interview Abdullah Mason. He's one of my favorite young guys. Hell yeah. I would try to break him out his little shell though. Pause. I would like to really get to know who Abdullah is. I know he's very reserved, but I know there's more to him than that. Bring the homie Frank Martin. I wouldn't mind interviewing Frank Martin. Would I interview Shakur? Absolutely. Oh, you talking about Derek. Derek don't look like no fucking Frank Martin. Derek a unique, ugly looking motherfucker, bro. That's my guy though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to bring some niggas with me, man, because I feel like if I pop out there, I'm gonna run into some niggas I don't like. Yeah, bro. I don't want to get in no trouble in New York. Would I interview Keyshawn? I would, but I feel like that shit would probably get a little heated. I ain't gonna lie. Bring Derek and King Lando. Yeah, my pop. I don't know if my pop want to be out that late though. He probably wouldn't mind. But yeah. Because the reason why it would get heated, y'all, sir, is because I'm gonna hold him accountable for that shit he did with De Los Santos. You know what I mean? Previous comments he's made. And I'm gonna bring up that whole Shakur shit. I am. I'm sorry, I am. I'm gonna bring up the Devin Haney shit. It's gonna be a tough little interview, bro. Like, Josue said, who you think will be the next fights for Keyshawn and Shakur? Well, Keyshawn, I don't know exactly. He most likely going to fight Nair Albright in a rematch at 140 pounds. That's what I think, because Lewis Crocker not available, Devin not available, and even then, I don't even feel like he wanted to fight Devin next anyway. So I think he's going to end up fighting Nair Albright at 140 pounds. It sounds like that's already something that's in the works. Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson talking about going back to 35 and getting that Ring Magazine belt. Most likely he's going to have to face Raymond Mordetaya in order to do that. So don't be surprised if Shakur, fights Raymond Mordetaya for the IBF lightweight title of the world. And they put the Ring Magazine belt up for it. So I think that's what's gonna happen. Would I interview Bam? Absolutely. That's one of my favorite fighters in the game right now. Absolutely. Now, what I regret that I wish I should have did, I should have when I met Bam and then, we took the picture, I should have gotten like his contact information so we could set up interviews, but it is what it is. They said Nair busy with America's Got Talent. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I ain't no hater, bro. Nair can't sing. Like, I don't really feel like he could sing. I don't know if it's because I grew up around like real singers or like I don't know what it is. Like, I got cousins that's in the music industry, but when I hear Nair sing, he cannot sing. So I don't know who told this nigga he could sing, bro. You can fight your ass off. Like, you could, and that's not me hating. Like, I genuinely feel like you can't sing. But if that's what you want to do, then go for it, brother. But me personally, I don't feel like you're that at all. You a hell of a fighter, though. You think he could sing? Okay. Yeah, I guess my standard a little different. I don't know, like, I don't hear him singing and I'm just like, yo, bro, like, he different. Man, fuck that. Settle that shit on live with a sing-off. Bro, I guarantee you that I sing better than Nair Albright. Swear to God. Swear to God. Swear to God. And I swear I sing better than him. We could do this shit at the studio. We could do this shit on live. It don't matter. I'm willing to bet anybody on this, John. I'll take all y'all money. Niggas say we gonna be singing WAP. That's funny. But why I just pulled cookies out this motherfucking box and they look like this? This a goddamn pause. What the fuck is this? This vanilla wafer caked up. You heard? Put this shit back in there. They ain't doing that. I guarantee you I sing better than Nair. I ain't even joking. I'm willing to bet anybody that know me for real know I can sing. And it's always been like that. Me and Danny gotta have a rap battle too. I'll rap way better than Danny. Way better than Danny. I've been rapping since I was a young boy. It's not even close. I ain't rapping a long time, actually. But I got a lot of songs that I wrote put together. I got enough songs for like an EP, for real. But I was always a good rapper. There's a lot of shit I could do. I ain't even gonna lie. I could do it all. Young T said, you can't fuck with me when it comes to what, rapping? Nigga said I got Drake, Chris Brown in me. Chris Brown, one of my favorite artists. Drake is too. DJ Prick. That's funny. Yo, I remember the one time, right? This when I was a young boy. I had like some raps written and I left it on top of my dresser. And my step pop came in my room. I forgot what the fuck he came in my room for, but he saw the paper. He said, what's this? I'm like, man, stop reading my shit. So he was reading the shit. He was like, nigga, you can rap. You just curse too much. He's like, why every line you cursing? I was only like 14, 15. And when that shit always stuck with me. So every time I wrote, I was like, I gotta make sure I ain't doing too much. You know what I mean? Josue said, not gonna lie, it might sound insane, but I think Cepeda gonna stop Roach. I don't think Cepeda stopping Roach, but I think Cepeda could beat Roach. I was rapping. I was really rapping when I was a young boy. I started really figuring out the rap shit in high school though. When we was in study hall, we had like a good like 30, 45 minutes where we was just like doing homework or whatever the case is. I used to be sitting in there writing shit. I still got raps on my phone from like 2015. Yeah, I tried, bro. I tried. Slime, you trying way too hard. You gotta de-escalate, brother. You gotta de-escalate. Start over. You trying too hard. That's not how you get laughs, brother. Yeah, Sirius said, yo, I tried to get the Dev interview. Tried. That's a hard interview to get. But I heard him say some shit like he wanted to give like smaller channels like a platform or interviews with him and shit. A lot of people referred me, and thank you very much to everybody that referred me. But I'll most likely get a Bill Haney interview before I get a Dev interview. He's Dev is real selective. I get it though. Like I get it because he probably don't fuck with the media based off of how the way they be treating him. All the narratives that be put out about him and shit. I guarantee you Zaya's walking out with Bad Bunny. That's not gonna save him, brother. That's not gonna save him. He could do whatever he want. I hope Boots walk out with like motherfucking 50 Cent or something. Who would be a good motherfucker to walk out? Man, I don't know. Boots gotta walk out with somebody legendary though. Like it can't be none of these OT7 Kwani. Get the fuck out of here. If Xander's gonna walk out with Bad Bunny, no, that's a crazy move. Like Boots gotta bring somebody legendary. Nah, you saying the Undertaker? Nah, man. That shit played out already. He gotta walk out with somebody like if he had the pull to get a Jay-Z, oh my god. Boots Meek Mill, that would be fire. I ain't gonna lie. That'd be some real Philly shit right there, though. Bro, on some real shit, bro. If it was me, I don't know. This is me, though. I walk out with Beanie Siegel, bro. You tripping. Beanie Siegel really goated in Philly. Lil Uzi. He probably would go to Lil Uzi. Boots, I feel like he liked that type of music. Lil Uzi, but like you either gotta go with like a Philly motherfucker. Like Beanie Siegel got some of the hardest songs ever. Like the truth, I would come out to the truth, bro. I would come out to the truth from Beanie Siegel. Ah, that shit go crazy, bro. North Philly, South Philly. Oh yeah. Nigga said Danny. That's funny. He said, "When the Boots come out on a flying carpet? What the fuck, nigga? What are you talking about? This nigga's crazy." I remember when Floyd came out with like a gladiator outfit on, and he had like some niggas carry him to the ring. Meek should embrace Boots like Fat Joe embraced Berlanga. Yeah, I don't know. Like Meek fuck with Danny. Like Meek be around Danny and shit, but Meek don't. Like Danny got more pull with the rappers for some reason. I don't know why. Like Danny had Fabulous in there. That nigga had like he had Meek Mill. He had a few niggas in that joint. Boots Black Thought, nah, they not in the same era, brother. That wouldn't work. Boots ain't never listened to Black. But I'm willing to bet Boots probably don't even know who Black Thought is. Yo, who the fuck this old ass? He look old. How old is you, Harry? This nigga Harry Ocrespo. Oh, he said Zaya gonna walk out with Pink Floyd. Get the fuck, man. He better not. Beanie Siegel would be tough. Or if he came out to like, yo, imagine like an old Cassidy John. Ha! That'd be fire. Or you gotta have a dope New York artist. So come out with like, if you was to come out to like 50, if you was to come out to a song I always wanted to come out to, damn, you 63. Shout out to the OG. I fuck with that. Yeah, shout out to the OG, 63 years old, man. He doubled my age and some change. So yeah, I fuck with that, bro. I fuck with that. But anyways, Boots and A Boogie, that'd be fire. I fuck with. I shout out to Queens. Where he from? He from High Bridge. I think he from High Bridge. I don't be knowing New York all that well. Skrilla, fuck no. No. I mean, this up to Boots, right? He like them younger dudes. Jada, man, I had New York on fire. Feeling in the air. That's a cool song to come out to too, but that's like, I don't think that's walkout material. That's a cold John though. Yeah, the truth. Yeah, the truth will be fire. I ain't gonna lie. Cause you know Boots Zaya's gonna come out. Zaya's gonna come out with some Puerto Rican shit. A DMX hologram. Boots came out the DMX already. He came out the What's My Name. That John go crazy. I ain't gonna lie. If I had to come out to a John though, it'd be what's that John? Straight to the Bank from 50 Cent. Oh yeah. If I was Boots, I'd fuck their head up and come out to Mark Anthony. I'll come out to Mark Anthony. Aguanila. I mean, what? Them niggas be simple. This nigga Boots coming out to Aguanila, nigga. Zaya's getting stopped first 2 rounds. This nigga said Saucy Santana. You about to get timed out, Al. This nigga said Saucy Santana. Who the fuck is that? That sound like a zesty motherfucker, boy. Saucy Santana. Lil Nas. Now that's a zesty nigga, so Saucy gotta be gay. 50 back down, or he back down to go crazy for sure. 50 got a lot of fire for sure. Yeah, bro. Nigga, if fucking 6ix9ine wasn't a rat, that John that he got 6ix9ine got a couple songs you come out to that get you dumb hype. But for real, I would definitely bring Philly to New York. That's the vibe. Like, yeah, nigga. We right down the block from the crib. We bringing Philly over here, though. Nigga, you ain't about to be the only one. They got shit going on. Boots gonna have some people in there for sure. Boots, Bad Bunny, Mind Games. That would be crazy, but Xander's literally signed the Bad Bunny's management team. That'll never happen. He should come out with the quote for what? Boots gets walked out by DJ Khaled. He better not waste his time with that. The fuck DJ Khaled gonna do? Rick Ross will be a fire. What's that, John? These niggas can't hold me back. These niggas can't. What? Yo, Rick Ross got few Johns that go crazy. Boots got to come out the NBA young boy. I ain't gonna lie, that wouldn't be a bad John. It wouldn't. But is you gonna be able to bring? Are you gonna be able to get NBA young boy to come to your fight? I don't know. Tell you, I'm bringing Philly to New York if I'm because Zaya is gonna bring Puerto Rico to New York. All right, so now I'm gonna bring Philly to New York. Y'all niggas, like we got culture too, nigga. You tripping? We getting so excited about this fight, and this shit ain't even nowhere near done. What venue you think they're gonna fight at? They either gonna rumble in Brooklyn or they gonna rumble at the Barclays. They either gonna rumble at the Barclays or they gonna rumble at MSG. That's what I'm thinking. Who's gonna get walked out by Pat Pools? Get the fuck out of here. He better not. Boots don't even listen to niggas like Pat Pools. Boots told me he don't even listen to J. Cole or like that. So I was like, oh, all right. So you not with that type music. So if you ain't listening to J. Cole, you definitely ain't listening to Pat Pools. Yeah, this nigga slime messy, bro. You doing too much, bro. You thought Xander had a PR date? Yeah, I don't know about that. I ain't hear nothing about that. Said I think there's a 50% chance that happens. That's too low of a percentage for me, man. But it just sounds like the reason why I'm like optimistic is because both guys already talking as if the fight done. You know what I mean? Like you seen Boots post a picture with Kobe like this, and that what was that, the 2008 Olympics? Kobe blacked out in that joint. And then he posted a picture with Denzel at training day. He was like, my nigga. So he like, you would, based off of that, it sound like Boots like man, I got the shot. Like it's up. But Top Rank, you can tell Top Rank don't want that shit at all. They don't want that. They ain't trying to cash out. They ain't even trying to go through that shit with Xander right now. But if Xander won it, they gotta do it. Yeah, Kobe snapped. Canelo versus Adames at 68. Current Canelo versus Adames at 168. Who wins? We got to see how Adames fights at 68. We don't know, but Canelo will probably beat Adames. I ain't gonna lie. We gotta see what's left for Canelo too. That's what's interesting. Like Adames got good upper body movement. He ain't got the best legs, so he gonna be in front of Canelo for the most part. And he likes to be on the front foot. I don't see him being on the front foot with Canelo. I don't see that happening. That'd be interesting. So we'll see, man. What time is it? How do I see Boots versus Xander playing out? I can see it. Either way, I see Boots winning. Xander has great mobility. He's a volume-based type of fighter. What you mean by that, Harry? You saying that the kid is going to give him Boots a good. I think you meant to say kid. Let me know, Harry. Adames versus Yo-Yo at 160 and 168. That's a good fucking fight. We gotta see what Yo-Yo really made of. Xander got good combinations, good mobility. But the thing about Xander is he takes a lot of chances. Because he takes a lot of chances, it's gonna create a lot of opportunities for Boots to land his counters. Boots ain't the type dude that you're gonna take many counters from before you start to feel that shit. Boots is very fast, good punch placement, good like reflexes. I can see Xander getting dropped with some sharp shit. I can see him getting, hurt to the body. Like I could really see Boots going about this a few ways, but I could also see Xander being very mobile and making it the distance. But the thing is, with Xander, he's 23 years old, right? So if he go ahead and he lose the Boots, he can go ahead and go to 160, possibly fight for a world title up there, and he'll have a lot of years to make that shit up. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing with him is he's so young that if he lose right now, he's going to have plenty of time to bounce back off of it. So I don't think it's really like a lose-lose unless he takes a lot of punishment for Boots and he's just not the same. I don't really see it being like a terrible, like losing is always a bad thing, but I don't see it being a terrible thing if Zayas were to lose this fight with Boots. But if he wins, that's when this boxing world going to be flipped upside down. Rouse said he think Boots gets Xander by the 9th. It's not bad. It's a good prediction. Has Xander ever been dropped? Not to my knowledge. I know he got hurt, though. I think Slava Spalmer hurt him. I think it was a left hook. I forgot which one it was. I forgot what shot it was, to be honest. Sway said, I saw an interview and Bomac said he's going to push. My fault, y'all. I got crumbs on my face and shit. I saw an interview and Bomac said he's going to push his hardest for Lester Martinez to get the fight against Canelo. I mean, as he should. As he should. You know what I'm saying? For real, Bomac should be more locked in on Lester getting the opportunity against Billy. And Billy got the WBC right now? He go ahead and Lester got the WBC interim. They should be locking in that rematch. But I heard that Billy ain't won it for whatever reason. So he tried to move on, but they need to go ahead and run that shit back. I want to see them rematch. You know what I mean? And the winner could fight Canelo if Canelo still want to take these types of fights. I think Lester and I think Billy are both bad styles for Canelo at this point in his career. That's just me. Just noticed the NUA Junto card starts at 3 a.m. Yeah, so if the card starts at 3 a.m., they probably not going to rumble till like 7 a.m. So, I mean, probably 7, 8 a.m. So, for those of us that work in the morning, we'll be able to see it. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love as always. It was a great live tonight. I appreciate everybody that participated in the chat. If y'all can go ahead and hit the like button on the way out, that'd be very much appreciated. Like I said, we on the road to 4K. We well into the 3,400 mark, looking to crack that 3,500 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation and the mind for making this possible. I'll be back at y'all with another live, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to continue cooking up on what's going on in the boxing world. Until then, hope you guys have a blessed, beautiful one. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.